Hello. All right. There was a film called Enter the Dragon, right? Enter the Dragon. The villain had claws, so he's saying he fights guys with claws, right? He's got the baddest fists of fury. That's another Bruce Lee movie. Okay, so we're starting off with some braggadocious bars. What? Okay. By the way, this is another older one. We're getting these out of the way. Okay. Oh, that's right. He fought Chuck Norris. That really puts an end to all those Chuck Norris memes, don't they? Although nobody's really nobody's really using Chuck Norris memes anymore, except for like strange Estonian YouTubers. Oh, he invented Jeet Kune Do. Okay. Ooh, Kung Fu. Okay. Okay. Let's that's Bruce Lee. He's the baddest of the bad, right? All right, guys. Starting off with a few jabs. Let's see what Clint Eastwood comes up with when he pulls out his pistol. It's ninja versus the cowboy. It's like that movie, Cowboys versus Aliens, except if it was cowboys versus ninjas. Oh, that's a bit of a dated reference. Okay, get it? Because he's Chinese. Ringo. Oh, Ringo. I guess the connection there is Ringo Starr from the Beatles and Bruce Lee. They were both limber limbed, right? They had fast hands. You know, Ringo needed to have lightning fast reflexes to keep that crazy Beatles tempo. You know, that beat. And Bruce Lee, you know, goes. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, yeah, they do. They do be having those lip flaps. You know. So Clint Eastwood's. Uh, by the way, he's dressed like his character from The Good, Bad, the Ugly, which is the man with no name. So effectively, he has it's an unnamed character, you guys. It's an unnamed character. And his argument here, his diss is you're Chinese, so go work in a sweatshop. Okay, interesting take, interesting line of attack he's choosing. And you know, iPod. That's this one's a little dated, you guys. This is what happens when we start dipping into the vault. That's what happens when you rely so much on tropical references. You know, it's just it gets a little bit. It ages like a raisin in the sun. Okay, yeah, Clint is known for his iconic squint. Okay, so this one isn't too crazy so far, guys. Let's see what we've got. You know, I don't I'm not a mindless fanboy on the, we're not mindless fanboys on this channel. We're gonna calls it like we sees it. Okay. Okay. Yes. So this is another dated reference to him. when Clint Eastwood, he had a conversation with Obama, but Obama wasn't there. Right. So in effect, he was talking to an empty chair. Okay. Interesting. $1 million babies. Yeah, Clint's got some nepo babies. Yeah. It's a line from Dirty. Bruce Lee got killed by an aspirin. Well, that can't be true. That's one of those myths. Guys, there's a lot of myths surrounding Bruce Lee. Like that he's still alive. Or that, he could like rip a man's heart out with his fist. There's a lot of bullshit around Bruce Lee. Let's be honest here. Okay, so Clint is just racist. Okay, I see what they're taking because Clint Eastwood is racist, but it's the kind of racism that it's not completely unfounded racism. It's racism that comes from waking up at night in a sweat, imagining you're in Iwo Jima Island and there's a devious Japanese soldier crawling through the bush ready to stab you silently. It's like that will make a man fearful of another race. Okay, it isn't middle class racism where you've never seen a brown person in real life. Right? Very different. Wanted to clarify that. What the fuck? You can't. That's how you're gonna end? What the? Holy tacos. That was just, oh my god. Because Bruce Lee's whole family, his family, they perished. They were killed by the Japanese during the invasion of Nanking. Oh my god. And I guess Bruce Lee, technically, he never did a sequel. He was a man of integrity like that, guys. There was never a sequel to Enter the Dragon. Said everything you need to say with the first one, right? Because not only did they have the action in that, they had a sociological point. They had lines like, "Man, ghettos are the same all over the world. They stink." All right, and that was Jim Brown. Wow. No, that wasn't Jim Brown. That's the guy from Mars Attacks. The guy with the afro. Yeah. But it's a classic, I'm sure Tarantino's ripped it off several times. All right, is that it? Do we have any more? Let me see. Who is next? Woo, woo. Oh, and they've got Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney coming up. Speaking of which, the halcyon days of 2012. All right, guys, this one was a little bit uneven. It has some killer blows, but I gotta be honest. Clint Eastwood towards the end, even though he's just kind of being a grumpy old racist man, he blew Bruce Lee's balls off with that last line. He aimed, and he was like RoboCop, He blew off his 1-inch tiny Chinese penis. So there we have it. He put him in the grave. We'll keep doing these older ones and get them out of the way, because I can already see we're getting more into the weeds with these obscure 2010s references. But at the same time, it's a nice nostalgic, trip. It's a nostalgic traipse through the woods of our memories, of our shared memories, our collective cultural unconscious. We have a shared landscape, a mindscape. I'll talk more about that. I might do a separate video on, separate from the reactions. We might get into some political stuff. Anyway, that's it for today. Bye.